So the next religion on the list is Scientology. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's a good religion to go after because it has a lot of famous faces, so it sells a lot of commercials. Um, every religion has its evils and it has its good people. You know, the premise of Scientology, from what I understand, is the story that L. Ron Hubbard made up. Now, I'm sure people say, oh, well, he was a divine, you know, guy, but now, is it a cult? Every religion to a point is a cult. You know, I know what you're talking about here. I know why you brought this up. Um, if it's good for the person, you know, then keep your nose out of it. If any of these four people here, I mean, you got, I don't know who the girl on the left is, Travolta, Cruz, and that's Kirstie Alley. If they are happy and it's good for them, it helps them in their life, then what business is it of yours? That's just what's going on. I mean, look, I think you were talking about in this religion, if and there's other religions that if you don't do what you're supposed, I mean, in the Muslim religion, if they think you did something wrong, they can stone you to death. That's in the religion, right? If we have episodes of people being stoned to death, women being stoned to death, people being stoned to death, little kids throwing stones at people and killing them, right? That's in that religion. And I don't know. I think there's more than one religion that if you step outside the religion, your whole family stands away from you. It's not the only one. You can be excommunicated from the Catholic Church, right? Um, yeah, okay, yeah. Protestants, it was the only religion. Well, Judaism, I don't think, is there a rule of Judaism you can't break? Born a Jew, always a Jew, right? Correct. So, I mean, but Scientology gets a rap because I mean, if this woman, these two women or these two men they're happy. If they like what they're doing, they get something out of the church. It's what you get out of a religion personally. That's what's important. It's not what everybody else gets out of it. If you say if these people see abuses, I'm sure that if some of the stuff was talked about, if John Travolta saw that, he would come out and say, you know what, this is ridiculous. But if you choose a faith and something in that faith goes wrong, and you don't like it, let's say people have left Scientology. They don't like gay people, right? That's one thing that's in there. I mean, the eight-pointed cross just is that's wackadoodle to me, but that's to me. To them, it might be something they hold sacred, right? Exactly. In the Democratic Party, if you're pro-life, oh my God, you're not welcome. In our party, yeah, if you're pro-life in the Democratic Party, you're ostracized. You're made fun of. You're called names. You're a Nazi. If you don't believe in everything that the Democratic Party line, then you're labeled a Nazi. Yeah, the video that we made where you showed the guy turning to dust and being a Nazi, that is somebody who disagrees. If you were pointing out that you're of mixed race and somebody's called you black and you said, I'm not black. I'm 63% white, right? My father and my mother both have white heritage, so don't call me black. And you were called every name in the book until you finally left the Democratic Party. You were ostracized within the party, and you didn't say, I'm white, call me white. You said just don't call me black. I'm not black. I'm everything. You can't be everything. You have to pick a label. And yeah, it's worse than the Democratic Party. You become the yeah, it's ridiculous. Right? You're if you're a Christian, you're labeled as a Nazi, as a not Catholic Christian, right? But then they label these people here as nutcases. For what? What did they do to you? Nobody forces you to go to the Scientology. I don't think they even call them churches. No, I understand they should not have tax-free status. Okay, so but I don't think any religion should have tax-free status. So I don't think anybody should have tax-free status. Exactly. Until it becomes stop being a dodge for rich people. All right, because you look at the boards of these nonprofits, and these guys are making $5 million, $6 million of a people. Yeah, you can set up a nonprofit, and this is a little trick. Um, you can set up a nonprofit in New York City, take in $6 million, pay your staff 5.9, and then close the nonprofit because you didn't take in enough money. Yeah, so you get money, comes in, you pay them a salary, they might get taxed, but you can use the tax dodge. But I don't know any Scientologist, right? A couple of you have been Scientologists. Why did you leave? Really? Okay, she left because she wanted to marry somebody who wasn't a Scientologist, and but her family still talks to her. So you didn't say you said I'm going to, yeah, you wanted to get married in a church and have a church wedding and got it. And then you became Jewish. They didn't have yeah, Scientologists don't fuck with the Jews. Yeah. Yeah. I don't hear Scientologists come out and say anything about it. Was it the Jews that have left? Wasn't Jerry Seinfeld involved, or the other guy Timber or something like that on there? Yeah, they don't say anything bad about them that I have ever heard. But who hears it? Who knew anything about Scientology putting out stuff that was bad? Nobody knew that I know of. Who cares? You know? Yeah, if they're spying on people, well, you know what? Right, that remember the Middle Ages, right? You go and tell somebody that person was a witch, and they'd go and they'd start dunking them. Yeah, see, it's kind of bad, but you know, if it's your own personal belief, religion is a personal choice. Yeah, if you want to be if you want to be a cucumber worshiper, that's your job. That's what you want. That makes you fine. I'm the person of the natural earth. I worship cucumbers as a gets me closer to God or closer to the supreme being, which I think they have in here too. But they say everybody's a supreme being. They just don't know it. Right? Yeah. No. So let's not. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that are coming up. Why do so many bad things come out about a religion? Right. A religion unites. Correct. Exactly. If the DNC, yeah, the only target there is, and this is what people, I think one of the things you want to know, if you go after white Protestants, because the white Protestants in this country there's so many of them, different versions of white Protestantism. Um, Black Protestants unite under being black, right? Black first, Protestant second, right? They put themselves their color above their God. You told me that. Don't look at me. You said that. Right. Okay. She said that she understands that that it's true. But So white Protestantism is spread all over the place. You got different versions of it, so it's an easy target. The Catholics are a united force. You go after the Catholic Church, you're going to get Catholics going after you, and that's not something anybody wants, correct?
Many celebrities have left the church in highly public fashion.
That's pretty cool there. You have so many different... Wait, so a united church, the more you attack it, the more people unite together, and the more attention it draws, it brings in more Scientologists. Because if people say, well, if they're being attacked by the news media, they must be cool. The more, I mean, the show that I don't remember, I saw part of an episode that you guys sent me on Remini. Right. The more people that see that, some will say, oh my God, look at that's ridiculous. And some will say, well, let me go check this out, see what it's all about. And they get more. I would be interested to know if Scientology grew after this TV series in sheer numbers, or if it fell. Right. I don't know if I don't know who you would contact. I don't know anybody in Scientology. Yeah. No, they're the people that go into this, and the people that are born in there. You guys look. You talk about being born into this religion. You're born Jewish, right? Okay, it's a race. You're saying Jews are a race. What about you? Your child is born into your religion. You're Catholic, you're born into a religion. You're Protestant, you're born into a religion. You're Mormon, you're born into the religion. Right? You're a Buddhist, you're born into a religion. So they have people that are born into their religion, and it's tough to leave. Well, it is tough to leave when you're raised in a religion. Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, it's what you've learned over the course of your life that keeps you in a religion and lets you escape. How many people the Amish people who are raised like that, and they get out and then they see the world and they leave, right? And now you're saying, well, it's really bad, but you don't hear people attacking the Amish religion. Correct. Even though they say, you can't, women are subservient in the Amish religion. You see a special on that? No, you don't see a special show talking about that. So it's these celebrities, and the one one you guys connected, one of you connected to is Kirstie Alley. She seems like an amazing person. I love her movies. Does being a Scientologist mean she's a worse actress or better actress? Struggles with weight. Maybe Scientology is helping her with that. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, that's up to her, though. Leave the lady alone. Leave Travolta alone. Leave Cruz alone. Let them live their lives. Yeah, you fixated on celebrities. Just fixate on what you're doing. If you go check Scientology out and it's what you want to do, and you figure that doing the what they call e-meters or whatever it is you said, right? The lie detectors. Yeah, we got lie detectors for them. Scientology, hit us up. You want lie detectors? We got them. 100% accurate. We can show you 100% accuracy. All right, so that's enough on Scientology. I mean, I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of I can't say this is true or this is false. This is what some people say, right? And even when people say things, they say, this person said after they left. Okay, you lose credibility. Say it when you're there. You understand? If you're going to say something bad about it, stand up while you're there and say, this is wrong, I saw this is wrong, blah, blah, blah. Right, so it's a conspiracy theory. It's not a theory. Conspiracy facts even, right? It's just, there's no such thing as conspiracy fact. It's just a fact. Fact is that people have been to these places where they were mistreated, and somebody needs to investigate it, right? That's if it gets going against the law, but right. So yeah, but if Scientology is what floats your boat, then, getting your boat and float. Row, 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 row. Cost you a bunch of money? That's your money. You do what you want with it. Don't blame the church for something you can walk away from. Right? Free choice. Everybody knows.
Drawing attention to the physically and mentally.
Everybody knows what the things that you have. You have, wow, that's pretty cool. You have free choice in your life. And every choice you make is part of your life. You can choose to be a Republican. You choose to be a Democrat. You can you can label yourself as gay. You can label yourself as straight. You can label yourself as black. Label yourself as white. There are only two truths in the world. For people, if you're a Scientologist watching this, there are two truths in the world. You're born a human being, a male or a female. That's it. After that, everything's a choice. Sexuality is a choice. What race you want to call yourself is a choice. The true thing is, everybody on the planet is African. And if you're born in a country, you're African like you're American. That's it. We're all African. We all come from Africa. That's religiously and scientifically proven. Sorry. Deal with it. You're not different. You have the DNA makeup of Martin Luther King and Lee Harvey Oswald is 99.7% the same. Might be even closer than that. We don't know. That's just a fact. They're not different. 99.7%. The only difference between Lee Harvey and Martin Luther King is Lee Harvey's heritage came up through probably Europe, and as they moved north, their skin lightened so they could absorb vitamin D. And Martin Luther King's and their heritage stayed into Africa, and whether they were brought over here, we don't know. That's just a thing about heritage. You have to know exactly how they came over. They might have came over as slaves. They might have came over and went to, like a great many in the United States, that it's really wild what we found out. Went to South America and back up. Because Brazil had slavery up until 1896, I think. So that's just what it is. I mean, be who you want to be. You have free choice. Every Scientologist has free choice, because as you notice, a lot of people are leaving. Now they're pressures to stay, or they said, we got some goods on you. Well, you know what? How many guys and girls, or put this to you this way, how many guys and or women have gone and got a quick, piece on the side because they had dirty pictures? I mean, we talked about a friend of ours in this group sent some pictures of some guy in India, and she thought he was the best thing ever. And on Facebook, on Messenger, and he threatened her that he's going to publish them all over the internet if she didn't send him $500. She sent him $500, and he said, I want $500 more. I'm going to do it. Right? Yeah, that's the same thing, right? Exactly the same thing. It's got to be something illegal about it. If it's a fact. Fact is, she sent the pictures. Fact is, when they got to him, they became the blackmail part. Yeah, I don't know. But, okay, let's get off of that. We're getting Australian off. If you're a Scientologist, bless you. You can have fun and do what you want to do. And if you enjoy it and it makes you a better person, you stay a Scientologist. Don't let anybody tell you not to be. All right, let's move on to another one.